Hello and welcome, Rocket League fans. We are here and we are live. A little New Jersey City University coming at you with more Rocket League action. No FBI Tugboat. I'm joined here today by Dodo. Dodo, how are we doing?
Tugboat, I'm good. How are you tonight, my man?
Doing real well. Doing real. Got some collegiate Rocket League up on the plate. I'm extremely excited for it. We are looking at your New Jersey City University Gothic Knights going up against the Champlain College Blue Squad. Both teams only facing one L so far in this season, but New Jersey coming in with 7 W's, whereas Champlain is only has 6. We are looking at the 3 and 2 seeds respectively. Is that correct?
Tugboat, that is correct. And actually, I went deep. I went deep on the stats dive, and
Okay. Okay.
NJCU, they have a 20-3 game record, plus 17 on the season. Champlain College, they have that extra series, but they're only 19-9 in that game score, plus 10 on the season. Still impressive, but should be a great match tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. So Gothic Knights, when they win big. They lose, similar situation. Champlain, yeah. So 20-3, probably means that they're only playing 8 games. Probably have only or they're in their loss, they did not lose in 0-3 fashion. They probably took, because it'd be 18 total or something. They probably took a W or two within there, but still took that L. And that was to your number 1 seed within this table, correct?
Yes, it was. It was to the Cougars. It was 2-3 in favor of the Cougars.
That's what I was looking
Um,
for. That's what I was
so
looking for.
tough match, but still a respectable loss.
Absolutely. Absolutely. As close as it can get right there. 2 heavy hitters here in this division. Going to be doing battle here in just a minute. No fancy rules, just standard Rocket League 5-minute games right here. First to 3. After that 5 minutes is up, standard overtime rules. Correct, Odo?
Well, I'm brokenhearted now because I was promised 4v4 Rumble on Throwback Map, but I guess it's standard rules.
There you go. There you go. Yes, just standard rules here today. We are going to be getting that started here in just a little bit. Big shout out to our producer as well, Deployer, out there producing away and making our jobs as casters just so much easier, and we do appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Now, taking a look at some of these player stats as we kind of we obviously only have information for the New Jersey City University squad coming in here, and that is of course Welson, your charisma player, and your Jake superstar here, the Rocket League squad from New Jersey City University. Pick a player, start talking about it, and I'll cover one of the others. Okay, Dodo?
Absolutely. Give me 1 second to pull up my handy dandy stat sheet. So tell you what, Welson, looking like the goal scorer. I'm looking at these highlight games from the season. Man, had 4 goals in the very first game of the season. Looking at a game, had 5 goals. Just seems to really be that offensive carry for this team. Putting shots on goal like crazy, peppering that opponent's net, keeping that opposing defense on their toes.
Really has, really has. Looking at 1.5 goal per game average right there, and just below that at 1.42 for saves per game as well. That's Welson. Moving on to charisma here, a little bit higher, about 1.6, exactly 1.588. Continuing right there for the goals per game for this charisma player. Some fantastic stuff. Shot percentage, like completion, 32%, a little bit higher than Wilson's as well at about 0.2% right there. But yeah, so some pretty well-rounded players, these first two, Charisma and Wilson.
Yeah, and then you add in that third Jake, and it just stays so balanced. 1.5 goals per game at 29% shot percentage, looking really good there. But scoring that 1.5 goals per game on honestly not too many shots per game, so pretty impressive stuff there. And then also getting 1.4 saves per game. So doing it on both sides of the ball, Jake is.
Yeah, really has so far. Now we might see Yanbon as well. Yanbon coming in. Not as many games to come through and be able to have stats like can I pull from. Just as a sub, came through first 3 weeks. Yeah, the first 3 weeks or so. Not excuse me, not having played a game. Played the first for your New Jersey City University Gothic Knights about a month ago. Did get some action in there. Now didn't get any Yeah, did not get any goals themselves, but still got involved, assists and whatnot. Followed that up next week. First game sat out. Next two games did get involved in the assist game as well as the scoring game right there. Weekend after that, or week after that, excuse me, played all three games. Week after that, played the first two. So definitely including Yanban a lot more in these competitions the New Jersey City Gothic Knights are doing in this season.
Yeah, and props to Yanbon. It's tough to come in as a team sub and produce, and you can see the improvement and the gelling has increased as the season's gone on.
Mhm.
So if we see Yanbon tonight, I'm looking forward to what he can do, and if not, I'm looking forward to seeing what the starting three do.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. We'll be getting this one started in here in just a little bit as far as any other information. Yeah, I believe this was the round robin action as well. So this is the first real opportunity that these two colleges, and the only opportunity for your regular season, these two colleges will be going forth and doing battle in the great game of flying car soccer here, Dodo.
Yeah, yeah, it's the last week of round robin. Really, what these two teams are jockeying for is that number two seed going into the playoffs next week. Top
Hmm.
eight from the division are moving on, and most likely one of these teams is going to be playing either Clark University Red or maybe Johnson of Wales Yellow.
Yeah, both some goated squads right there. Talking to about Champlain College a little bit before we either get into game or we will go to a very short break, kind of give our voices a rest. Champlain College up there out of Vermont. Let us dare, the team motto. Love to see it. Love to see it. But the most interesting thing is Chauncey T. Beaver, their mascot. Chauncey T. Beaver, such a fancy name, right? Like a super kind of formal name here for a bucktooth beaver.
Yeah, it feels like they were just there was a disconnect on what the name of the beaver needed to be. Someone higher up really wanted something formal, and then the students made the mascot a beaver, and
Yeah.
maybe the agreement to name it Chauncey was put in place before the mascot was a beaver.
I'm
Um,
curious what T mean, what the T stands for as well. What if it's like Chauncey Thomas Beaver? That would be even more fancy, right?
yeah, absolutely. Or it's just something completely ridiculous like
Terrence?
Chauncey the Beaver, and T just stands for
Oh,
the.
that would kind of suck, right? Maybe
Yeah,
Chauncey Tree Beaver? Beavers
yeah.
do love
Tree
trees. They
Tree
make
Beaver would be good.
homes out of them, I guess. Not really formal houses. Anyway, we are going to go to a very short break. We'll be back with you guys in this matchup in the Champlain College Blue and the New Jersey City University, your New Jersey City University Gothic Knights here in just a bit. Don't tune away because Dodo and I would really take that personally, honestly. End of the
Absolutely.
day. End of the day. Hello and welcome back. We told you guys it would be a short delay, and a short delay it was. FBI Tugboat here with my man Dodo as we take the New Jersey City University Gothic Knights back to the great pitch of Rocket League to see them do battle against the Champlain College Blue. That's the Chauncey T. Beaver mascot squad here on the right.
Yep, and if you did leave during that break, we took it very personally. We actually have all of your information, so we'll deal with that later.
Yeah,
But right now, it's looking like the match was delayed a couple minutes just due to some technical difficulties. Which when isn't there technical difficulties, aka internet issues for people? But it's looking like some of it was resolved, and we should be getting started here soon.
there you go. Yeah, yeah. What we can't control the great servers of Rocket League and Psionics and yada 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 yada. Right. All right. This is yeah. There you go. This is the test stream right here. And even with low pings, there's a slight packet loss. Um. Hmm. Okay. Let's just
Oh,
talk a little bit more
interesting.
about these teams and maybe even the colleges. New Jersey City University, founded in 1927. Yes, this is the Gothic Knights. They're going to be looking to defend the castle. New Jersey in Jersey City, not New Jersey City. New Jersey City probably wouldn't make a whole lot of sense, but Jersey City, New Jersey, out there got themselves School of Business, College of Arts and Sciences, College of Education, Professional Studies, whole bunch of different stuff. 8,500 students as well, and part of that public system of higher education. So, public university, New Jersey City University is.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, they actually have three students that are ready to play Rocket League right now. They're in the
Good
lobby,
news.
they're in
Good
the
news.
game, they're on the team.
There you go. There you go. Three of those 8,500, arguably the best of these 8,500. You know, well, I guess we're not 100% sure if NJCU has another team, but that was just speculating. My bad, guys. Getting back into it. Wilson, Charisma, Jake, not Jakey. Only I can call him that. Coming in from your squad from the NJCU. That's Humphreys, that's Bino, and that's Jake and Bake on the other side.
There is no way
Oh.
Jake and Bake is gonna get confusing at all.
Yeah, might end up calling that like JB and Jake or something like that. I'm not 100% sure for Jake and Bake. But Wilson setting up something
Oh my goodness.
beautiful right there. A little double tap across this backside. And this is your Gothic Knights striking first.
Yeah, that's an absurd read from Wilson. He used the flip reset to get that ball down on that angle into top shelf. It's a quick lead for NJCU and a spicy, fancy one at that.
Yeah, it really was. Really was. Offensive pressure again. Habino's is able to get up and kind of block this one away for the time being. Jake there once again. JB coming up to it. A solid hit off to the right side. So out of the source of danger for right now, but Humphrey's trying to cover that one up. Charisma actually meeting with opponent right there. Little pinch play is Wilson. Now rolling this one out. Almost putting that one up perfectly. Bino getting up there and disrupting that play, and now looking to go on the offense. Little pass play up. Humphreys meets him there. I'm not sure if Bino was trying to set it up for Humphreys to tee off at this.
It doesn't matter. Humphreys was there. He was there to rock the shot. It almost found the target. A good aggressive play after NJCU has absolutely dominated the first 60 seconds of this game. The rotation's just been so aggressive. Now that ball's to the middle off the post, and Jake's gonna get the clear out.
Well, that was
Now
the
this-
beginning of it right there. It's a great job getting up and then kind of interrupting that one again in the middle field, right?
Yeah, oh, absolutely. And now finally, NJCU trying to get this cleared out of their own half, but Champlain College Blue just going to keep that pressure on and maybe try to turn the possession in their favor.
Yeah, this has been side of Champlain College doing a good job of offensive pressure. Bino coming in at this one. Wilson covering it up, throwing an epic save on top of that one after a really solid on-point hit there from the right side. Now a little bit of a run. JB almost tees up on this one. A little bit of back and forth right now as Wilson kind of gets tripped up and hits this back on over towards their own corner. Can't get a good angle on it, really. JB coming up for it. A standard block, but that's going to be Wilson connecting to Charisma on this one. Wilson kind of puts it up. Charisma rails it in after JB has kind of a weak block for this.
Yeah, just no way for JB to get a good clear on that ball. Good punish by Charisma. Can I just say something that's really messing me up right now is Champlain College being their blue team, but they're on the orange side, and it's breaking my brain.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I'll try and not think about that one honestly, because I didn't notice that until now. Oh, it's funny. 10 seconds outside of halftime as of right now, as this New Jersey City University squad is absolutely a rolling, or galloping perhaps, because they are the Galactic Knights. Galloping, we'll say it.
Absolutely, and they're looking to storm the castle for a third time in this first game, but it's saved away at the last second. Now Humphrey's going to take this ball downfield. Charisma looking more like an escort than a defender as he just trudges along with zero boost. And now Humphreys doesn't have the angle, but it's a good pass across. And Bino maybe looking to continue. Back another pass to Humphreys, who can get it on target. It's just a weak shot.
Yeah, Wilson there didn't really have to move that much for that one. Now, Humphreys coming a little bit too fast at this one yet again. That's kind of been the factor that's bitten this Champlain College Blue squad several times. Just simply getting a little bit too fast and loud at these ones. Sometimes you just need that nice, gentle touch.
Yeah, and this is threatening from Bino, and that's such a nice flick to the top shelf to put the game within one.
Yeah, it's flicked the top shelf as we see here. That's JB going up and kind of influencing the defender on the other side right here. Charisma just simply couldn't get into this one in time when they anticipated that is going to be the closest player. I think Wilson was kind of flipping into this one as well to try and get a hand on it, but that was just a perfect play in an open net situation for a great player in Bino.
Yeah, absolutely. The defense sort of just split right there, and that speaking of the defense, it was good backboard defense there from NJCU, not letting that kickoff goal come to fruition. And now Charisma just going to take this down the side, maybe looking for a pinch with Wilson. It's on target, just not enough power on it. Now Jake going to be looking for the follow-up. Can he get that angle? It's a nice pass nonetheless, and that's dunked in by Charisma. 2-goal lead for NJCU, and they are just humming on the offensive end.
Yeah, they really are. Jake puts this up and over, forcing hand of defender, and JB just simply can't get there in time. Charisma accepts this one on the ground with a perfect angle and brails that one in. JB there with JB's teammate with the Space Station Gaming skin. Love to see it. 85 seconds or so. Jake beating Bino up there to the top right now, but JB covering that one up. Charisma, Wilson here. This is a New Jersey City squad. The Gothic Knights will soon enough just play a war of attrition here. Just simply burn out the time, let that sand pass out the hourglass. Win by 1, win by 2 is the same by win by 10.
Oh, absolutely. Force the long clears from your opponent. You've been superior on the offensive side of the field, and Wilson just controlling the ball in the air, milking that time off the clock. Now Jake should have the ball to the corner. Wilson bumps a player, and this is pretty much looking locked up for NJCU as long as they keep it on. But a mishap there, and there's a spark of hope now for Champlain College.
Yeah, back on over to it. That's almost some fantastic connections down bottom. Now a tough task ahead of this Champlain College squad. 2 scores in about 20 seconds. They got to get the first one like literally right now. If they get it with at least a second left, they'll have that kind of that volleyball situation at the end. But that is a situation that is slowly slipping through the fingers of the Champlain squad.
Like a certain time period in the 1500s, this is looking dark for Champlain College.
There you go. Defending the castle. We are indeed grounded out here. NJCU racking in game number 1 at a 3-1 scoreline. This coming off the back of a pretty impressive performance there by Wilson. 8 shots. That's more than the entire Champlain College squad. Now, Champlain College, if you take a look at this, especially 3 saves across the Bino, 3 saves for JB, and 2 shots across for all 3 players, it's a very even-handed team. I'm going to say that if everybody on NJCU kind of performed the same as Charisma, like not counting these goals, this might be an overtime game we'd still be watching. As it is, the offensive performances there from Wilson sets up just all of the opportunities in the world. He got a goal, got an assist on the other goal, 8 shots attempted. That's a fantastic stat.
Yeah, but I mean, if you look at the stats and just go purely by the stats, you could also say that maybe Humphreys is the one getting caught out in that rotation for Champlain College Blue. Fair. You know, no saves on the board, a couple shots, but overall, numbers-wise, a lackluster performance. So he's going to be looking to clean that up in game 2.
Yeah, no, 100%. Got to connect on something there. Like teammates putting up 6 saves between them. Unfortunately, not finding one themselves there for Humphreys. Nor the assist. I mean, nobody got the assist, but he only had 1 goal. But getting assist on that and simply, I mean, ending this game with more than 102 points total. Rocket League would have been ideal. We'll see how the Champlain College squad kind of maintains through the winter here in game number 2.
And we're about to get started. Players are lined up. The countdown going off now.
Let's get back to it. JB and Jake meeting in the middle. Charisma over to the middle. Little bounce play there. Humphries covering it up, putting on the left side, and Wilson getting this one out for the time being until Bino has something to say about this one. Big flying hit there from Jake Wilson, almost connecting on top of that one. JB and Bino rotating this one out. That's a long hit and a roller. Bino strikes one in at 19 seconds after a fantastic redirect. Watch this. This comes off this back wall right here, and instead of playing onto goal or playing onto ball, Jake goes for a demo on, that's kind of like counting chickens before they hatch, right? You have to get up and block this one away before you even have to worry about offensive players and being able to demo them.
And you know that goal hurt for NJCU to concede because there were two players within a car length of that ball, and they just had to watch it trickle into their net. But a more fortunate beginning for Champlain College, and a bit of challenge of I completely forgot English, but a bit of problems out for NJCU.
I hear you. And now the real situation that we're looking at right now is Champlain College. We have not seen them play from ahead. And that's in the situation they approached themselves with that single goal 19 seconds in. NJCU looking to tie this one back on a bounce play across the middle. Bino with another shot right there. Wilson ready and waiting for it. And now getting on to the offense. About to do the same thing. Jake does. Now that's not one but two goals here, Dodo. They come off the back of some fantastic defensive redirects.
I am so glad that they scored a goal right there because I remembered the word that I forgot, and I was going to refuse to cast another word until I got to say it. Adversity is what they've overcome. They tied up the game. They had a really nice transition goal there, and they've brought the game back even. It's basically a 4-minute Rocket League game now.
Yeah, back to the true neutral situation. 3 minutes and 50 up top. Wilson, weak hit. Bino can't quite get to it. That's going to be a little bit high, but now trickled down. That would have been dangerous. Jake reads that one, gets it out of the source of danger. Now, JB up to it. Charisma meeting him there. Hit to the right side. Bino, low and slow roller over to the side. Humphries almost connects on that one. Wilson reads it perfectly, knowing that he would have had a fantastic angle on that one with no NJCU defenders back.
They're going to get a nice doink on this ball to the corner. Pass going to come through to the middle. Bino prevents that from happening. Otherwise, it was almost a certain goal. Now, Bino just rolling downfield. We'll pick up that midfield. Had 0 before that.
Ooh.
JB, little air dribble, looking for the pass. Not going to get it. Great back wall defense. And now Wilson gets a much-needed clear as we approach 3 minutes left in the game.
On over to the middle. Bino last alive. Oh, last time Bino set that up right there, that was a goal, but NJCU realizes the advantage of having a player back. If they'd been on the full 3 offense, it might have been a different story. On a weaker defensive block. Left side, Humphries covering this one up. Bino bringing out to it. That's going to land on point, but Wilson gets in the middle of it. Doesn't quite get awarded with that save there. Looked like the angle was good, but we'll count that afterwards. Humphries right there in the nick of time. That's a dangerous bounce up. Jake almost there, but Bino, the last defender there, keeps this one alive. We still have a tie game.
Yeah, I mean, that was as close can get on that offensive possession. That angle from Wilson was so nice as that was almost dunked into the net. Oh, I just wanted to talk about that opportunity for NJCU, but CCEB are just putting on an offensive clinic on their own, and finally we're getting some back and forth between these teams.
Yeah, this was a lot more one-sided for the NJCU squad here in the first half of that first game, but that's anything but the situation we have on our hands as of right now, Dodo. About 110 seconds left up top. Jake and the rest of NJCU getting in the offensive position, getting over and away from Humphries right there. Last defender back gets this one in a huge transition. Defense to offense. This has been the yielding cause of these points so far in this game, but not going to happen here today, or at least not going to happen for the Champlain College squad. NJCU, another transition goal right here, Dodo.
Yeah, Jake is just the moving transition assassin. His second transition goal of this game catches Jake and Bake out of position, a little too far out. Placement was perfect. 1 goal lead, 92 seconds on the clock. NJCU are feeling good.
Yeah, definitely have to after that one. And also, that one comes off the back of defenders taking it, I guess the team that was offending there, taking a demolition as it's coming out, and then just simply not having a player back. Now, would Jake have been able or would a defensive player, had they not gone for demo, been able to get up with Jake and kind of interfere with his movement and not allowed him to get that more open net situation? Who knows? That is theory crafting at this point. What I do know is that we are reaching 60 seconds, and Champlain College need this next goal like they need their next breath, because they just lost game number 1. Nobody wants to go down and force either the sweep or reverse sweep situation.
No, it's dire straits if you're in that. But now Jake and Bake gonna launch that. It's gonna be off the back wall. The accuracy not there. Now Humphreys, maybe kind of a little far forward. Gonna be awkward on the half flip. Welson down to mid. Charisma's there. Just can't find the angle. Welson trying to keep the pressure on. Bino gonna get the clearance, but Jake wisely sitting back and will get a second. That's on target.
No,
that's a pass. Oh,
yes.
It's
That's 4 goals now. Yeah, that's 4 goals now. All of these coming off the back of transitions from really, really hard and scary defenses into just more open net situation offenses. Now, I'll say I can't really, like, the previous 2 goals, maybe not so much, but this last goal, I cannot blame the Champlain College squad whatsoever, because they were down 2-1. At that point, it's just time to pour it all into offense. You know, if you lose by 2, which is the situation they're looking at and the situation they faced in game number 1, then that is pretty much the same until you talk about like postseason tiebreakers and goals and whatnot. As of right now, as of today, lost by 10, lost by 2, simply doesn't matter. Almost looking real nice at the end, but 2 goals is not going to happen in 7 seconds. Go ahead, Dodo. Sorry.
No, you're absolutely fine, and you're absolutely right. You know, they had to be more aggressive for that last goal opportunity to try to find that equalizer. And honestly, that play from Jake was filthy. He read that ball off the ceiling, tapped it down accurately to the teammate for the dish, and they capitalized on that on offense. That was more about a good play from NJCU rather than a mistake from Champlain College.
Yeah, absolutely. Like, because again, like, yeah, they just needed to. Yeah, at a certain point, it's just go time. It's just we have to score, and if we don't, then that's that. As it is, looking at these, Humphreys getting a lot more involved in this offense. 3 shots for them, 3 shots from Bino. Last time we had a 3-3-0 situation. Jake and Bake also showing up right there and getting themselves a save. So getting a lot more involved with it. Now Charisma on the other side only showing up with a single save. Now, these are low pings, the 16-16 from Wilson and Charisma, but obviously a little bit of packet loss there. I know there's some issues there earlier, but we won't speculate on the results, you know, the issues that those may have posed here, especially given that NJCU has taken the lead in a 2-0 fashion in this first of 3 or best of 5, depending how you want to look at it. Looking on to game number 3. NJCU takes another one. This is a clean sweep over the side of Champlain College that has really not faced that situation very frequently in the NECC regular season.
Yeah, and for New Jersey City University, this is something that they are very accustomed to. When they win, every single win that they've had has been a 3-0 sweep, and then the only time it wasn't a 3-0 sweep was in that tough 2-3 loss to the number 1 seed. And so they know how to get the job done here. They clutch up, and I think they're going to come away with the dub.
I can imagine it. Now, will it be in sweep fashion? Will it be in 3-1? Will it be in 3-2? We will find out. We will find out. Oh,
maybe not here.
Maybe not here. Yeah, so we are going to reset this one. There's just been some issues. Let's talk a little bit more about this. Oh, excuse me. Given that all 4 goals, count them, 1, 2, 3, 4, literally all 4, came off the back of these defensive and offensive transitions, is there anything really that you'd be able to, that you would say to both of these squads that they kind of found themselves in similar situations, right? Really going hot and heavy on the offense, but then find themselves in a situation where they're coming hot and heavy against and like on the defense, but then transitioning to offense and just other team not really having anything on top of that one. Anything that you'd say advice-wise before we go to a short break and get this set up?
Yeah, I think you got to commit to one of the 2 strategies. If you're gonna go for that hot and heavy offense, right? If you're gonna just keep the pressure on at all times. I'm sorry, I'm just in the lobby right now, and Jake just hit a ridiculous free play shot. If you're gonna have that offense at all times, you got to commit to it. You can't have that offense. You can't have your third man caught in no man's land. It's either that third man is up and keeping the pressure on, and then you're going to play that scramble defense back, or you're going to have that really more conservative traditional rotation and have that third man in a more comfortable position but less pressure.
Yeah, exactly. You heard it here first. We will be coming back here in just a minute. Shout out to our producer Deployer, kind of keeping things moving on along here and making our jobs as casters just a whole lot easier. We appreciate you. Game 3 and possibly the last. NJCU takes this next game. That'll be a clean 3-0 sweep over Champlain College Blue. We will find out when we return. Hello and welcome back. We are starting here with game numero tres as number 3 here for the NJCU. They're taking on the the Champlain College Blue squad. Champlain College Blue, the number 3 seed within this bracket. NJCU, the number 2 seed. This is the last regular game of the season. Game of the regular season. Oh my god. This is the last game of the regular season before the playoffs next week. Now, is that correct, Odo?
Yes, it is. Top 8 going to move on to the playoffs. Both of these teams are qualified. Again, they're just fighting for that best bracket possible.
Yep.
And
Yep,
right now, NJCU looking like they're going to be taking that tonight if things don't change for Champlain College quickly.
Yeah, right now Champlain College is staring down the barrel of a 3-0 sweep. This is game number 3. They dropped this one. That is it. And the seeding will be decided for these two squads, at least as far as they can influence. Now, other teams can come in. There's still games to be played, and there's still upsets that can be had.
Things can happen.
I'm talking with players here, like trying to coordinate. Obviously, as you guys all know, there's only so many spots to spectate within Rocket League, right? So, I'm actually going to make a meme after this and tweet it, but like the, casters on one side, like their fists up, and like coaches on one side, fists up, like fighting over the spectator spots in Rocket League, right?
and I think we actually just found an easy spot for us. We're going to cast and coach simultaneously, Tugboat. But what we're actually going to do is get into game 3 and just yell at it real good as this kickoff goes to the side. Bino going to pick it up. Welson in the air looking awkward. Doesn't get punished this time, but that was a little spooky for NJCU off the kickoff.
Yeah, a little spooky even after the season. We're looking at the NJCU squad with a solid little defensive performance. Now, if this was game 2, I can guarantee you that would have been punished, right? That was the only time that game 1, there's the only time those sorts of goals didn't get punished is in game 2, and now here in game 3. Game 1, that was taken advantage of all day long.
Yeah, and I don't know if I pointed it out already. Maybe I haven't. Yanbon's in the match. They have their sub in, and that pinch almost goes in, but saved away. 2 had to commit from the defenders, and now Humphreys transitioning to the offense, cleared away by Yanbon, the super sub.
Yeah, a good point right there. Hit out JB, making this one a non-issue. But yes, Yanbon is in this, so sub for NJCU, in for Jake, I believe. Yes. No, excuse me. In for Charisma. My bad. Yanbon. Oh, my. Perhaps it's good that Jake did not sit this one out. Taking advantage of this one pretty well. Swelson puts this one up, and Jake gets up right up there, rails this one in almost across top bar.
Yeah, really nice shot from Jake. Just good presence, good pressure from NJCU. Nothing special about it, but just a good overall clean offensive play from them. Oh, and speaking of offense, Bino going to tie the game up off the kickoff.
Yeah, that's a pretty tasty goal here for your Champlain College. Going to take a nice bite out of this one, the Beavers are. 1 minute, 15 seconds into this. True tied-up situation back to it. Now, NJCU has been in this situation before. They've been even down by 1. Still looking real calm and collected all the way through. That purchases them enough space to come back at this one. Welson hits this one over the left side. JB covering it up, hitting it back down. Welson, weak hit, but Jake is going to be able to cover this one up, get it over to Welson, and then start this progress on out. That's decently on point, and Humphreys has the hand forced on this. Yanbon hit across the left side. Bino puts it up. Welson on the back. Welson on the back, and Welson connects on the bottom left corner for a pinch out play. Oh my goodness.
It probably didn't need to be that dramatic, but it sure was fun to watch as Welson just kept that out of the net. Bino gonna tap this down to the corner. Can't find the angle. Humphreys may have to punish. No save comes through this time, and Champlain College gonna take a lead. 3:01 on the clock.
Yeah, so they've taken a lead in 1-0 fashion. They have not done that in 2-1 fashion yet. They have not put up 2 scores in the game yet. It's looking great here for your Champlain College squad. 2-1 up with 3 minutes left.
Yeah, now I'm a person that's really big on number of goals needed to win. I don't think 2 goals is going to get it done for Champlain. I think they need 4 to beat this NJCU side because I think they score at least 3 with this offense.
Yeah, Humphreys with an odd take from the teammate right there. I think his teammate might have gotten a weaker hit at this, and so just kind of realized last second. Comms came in for one of those to take over the offensive performances. Bino with a huge hit. Yanbon is forced to burn almost everything just to get here. And this is a NJCU squad, a Gothic Knight squad, that did indeed defend the castle there. They're not going to fall prey to that play again here, Doe.
No, absolutely not. Once was enough. They're trying to keep the game within 1 and find that equalizer. Kind of hard to do that if you're letting goals in. So they shored up that defense, and now they're transitioning to the offense. Maybe a read off the backward to win. Now Wilson will go as well. It's a dangerous challenge, and nothing comes of it as Jake and Yanbon have to scramble back.
Yeah, Jake now coming off the backside here, starting a nice little run. Meeting him there is JB, hit across the middle. Nice little pop play, but Yanbon does not have the correct angle on this one. Backflip and hit here from Wilson, trying something. Now just bouncing up and down, and just like that, Yanbon, and Jake meeting perfectly there on the defensive side for the Gothic Knights. Now able to bounce this one around a little bit and got on the offense for just a second. This is looking rather dangerous. And NJC, if that was open net, that would be another transition goal right here. Jake almost with a just absolute firecracker shot across the bottom, keeping the dream alive, but that is just a little bit on out to the outside. Yanbon almost there, and there's a runaway train. It ain't gonna stop. JB taking in the 3rd now for Champlain College. And Dodo, if this stops right now, then we're looking at a complete flipped mirror situation.
Yeah, Jake and Bake just gonna make it a 2-goal game. Too much aggression from the NJCU. They stormed the castle, but no one was home. The people in the castle, I don't know how this works. They all waited outside until they went in, and then they restormed the castle. Either way, it's a 2-goal lead for Champlain College.
Gotcha. So this was not a long siege, perhaps. No siege of Constantinople in this one. I think it lasted like 9 years or something like that, which is wild to think about in our modern times, in our like from my American scope at it, right? 9 years.
Barely envision 9 seconds from now, which hopefully an NJCU goal is in the cards, but Humphrey's gonna save it away and just ruin my 9 seconds analogy.
Wilson, pop play across the middle. Yanbon almost gets to it. That's still going. That's gonna be the second one for Wilson. NJCU purchased themselves a little breath of life on this one. Now they still have to take another one, but 30 seconds is plenty of time left to do it, Dodo.
Yeah, but the passing plays are starting to come out from them. They're starting to generate that pressure. That was a really nice pass from Yanbon. Good finish from Wilson. 1 goal, 33 seconds, very doable, especially with a good kickoff.
Head down to the bottom. Solid start on this one until a pretty good defensive redirect from Humphreys over the right side. Now covering that one up, Jake almost gets granted a Christmas gift down bottom, but that one's going to be whipped around by these members. And now this is the Champlain College squad. They can just kind of sit back and burn time. Hit up to the side. Jake on the back. Yanbon, another hit to the left side, but that was just a little bit to the outside. Wilson covering this one up. About 2 seconds. Volleyball situation has been attained. Another hit up. Jake flipping over to it. Members of Champlain trying to ground this one out. Members of NJC. Oh, man. Wilson almost gets there, but hey, this proven that there will be no sweep here today unless it's the reverse sweep, unless it's Champlain College striking back at this one. 3-2 scoreline for game number 3.
Yeah, Champlain did so well to just adjust their rotation and really take control of the game. It's the first time that we've seen them really dictate the pace of the game, put the tone on the offense, and really sit back in defense and handle the pressure that's put at them. So good performance from them, good showing. But now it's all about game 4. Can they keep the dreams of the reverse sweep alive, or are NJCU going to rebound and get back to their winning ways?
Yeah, so we just kind of take it to the numbers on this one. Yanbon coming in. Yes, they had an assist. Yes, they had themselves a save. No offensive shots on whatsoever. Champlain College on the other side with 6 total goals, making in 3 of these at a 50% shot completion ratio is looking pretty nice when you compare that to NJC's used 10 total shots attempted and only 2 of them making in on this one, especially given that those 10 total evenly divided between 2 players at 5 and 5 each for Wilson and for Jake. Yanbon, unfortunately, not getting in that situation themselves and their first subbed in game.
Yeah, and if you're gonna have an aggressive rotation like NJCU did, you got to put shots that put the defense in an awkward position and don't let them get that clear out or don't let them feel comfortable. Yanbon not putting any shots on net. Clearly, there was just something missing on the rotation. There was a big open net miss that would have equalized the game about halfway through, but all of that is out the window now. We're going into game 4. NJCU on match point, trying to lock it up. Champlain College trying to take it to game 5.
I'm trying to take it to game 5 indeed. 5 minutes left on this one. Back over the middle. Nice takeaway. There you go. That's Jake just kind of slowly attacking defender, but actually gave it up to their teammate. Wasn't really a whole lot they could get done with it down on the bottom. Now taking it to the top. Bino, the right side, trying to round this round to start off an offensive push. Members of Champlain College on defense for just a second, but this ball has pretty much just spent this first 30 seconds. Oh my god.
Welson.
Wow. Okay, so Welson puts up a very standard goal, and that's not one, that's two. That's the double whiff right here. Bino, JB, well, Humphreys actually goes for... Well, Humphreys, it was not his role to block this one away, right? The simple fact that Humphreys went for it, like, yes, technically makes it an own goal, but doesn't matter because it's better to have gone for those and at least tried to block it away, you know, than to not have.
Yeah, Humphreys just looks bad on the replay, but it was the double whiff completely that put him in that position. Yeah. Unconventional, and maybe another unconventional goal. The rotation just non-existent as Charisma is back in the game, and maybe Charisma's charisma is just throwing off the Champlain College half.
Really has. There's a long shot right there. Down bottom, 4:10 left in this one, but NJCU really going on a run as of right now. 50 seconds into this one, already scored twice, Dodo.
Yeah, it doesn't feel good if you're Champlain. You're fighting to keep this series alive, and you concede two in really sloppy fashion. You know, a team can always correct their mistakes, but down by 2 and in a game there, if you lose the series. That's not the time you want to be correcting those mistakes.
Yeah, we would love to see a game number 5, but as of right now, NJCU is firing on all cylinders. This is exactly what they need here in this game number 4. There's another one. Welson connecting up top after a fantastic hit. Charisma back in as well, so Yanbon has played their sub game. This is the full starting roster with the NJCU Gothic Knights striding into battle.
Yeah, Charisma just coming in, making his presence known. And it was just a great passing play. Bino forced to clear the ball off to the side. Then Jake got the quick touch. Welson with the fast finish before any of the defenders could even react. So NJCU just looking like the better team at the moment as Bino is off the ceiling. Not going to get anywhere close to that ball. Humphreys would get the challenge. Jacob Bake Welson going to go for the 50. This is awkward for Charisma. Humphreys there for the pass. Bino shot saved away by Jake. Good defense by NJCU.
Yeah, so far been... not for lack of trying, we'll say that. Not for lack of trying, the Champlain College has not made one of these in quite so far. Welson coming over to this one, nice defense away. Jake popping this one to the right side, up and over. Bino, nice stop, and now on a run of their own. Pass on over to Humphreys, attempted. Humphreys actually covering this up after Welson gets the first hit on that one, and this is the second one that's going to be so much more effective at keeping this one over on the side that they want to. 15 seconds away from halftime now. Jake hitting up. Jake trying to connect with Welson down bottom, but it's going to be Jake all day long.
Yeah, I mean, Welson was just a Trojan horse here, just a distraction while Jake executes the strike, puts it in the net. Great goal, good offense. I think Welson really wanted that pre-jump play. It doesn't quite happen, but still, they got the goal on the board.
Exactly, and we have not actually seen a 4-score put up from a single... What? Okay, so this is going to be the second kind of bouncing play, kind of gifted here to the Gothic Knights. Maybe we shouldn't look a gift horse in the mouth for the Knights. Yuck, yuck, yuck. But seriously, that's 2 now that have been bouncing plays across the middle that should have more easily been blocked away. This scoreline could be very easily 3-0 right now.
Yeah, I mean, this game just... It should be a 2-0 game. It's been 3 really rough goals. There was the first double with, then the complete breakdown in rotation, and now just that really odd bounce shot off the ceiling bounce down. So unfortunate for Champlain College, but also you can't call it luck 3 times in one game when all 3 goals go on the board.
A very good point as well. Defense kind of not connecting where they need to right here. Bounce plays Welson gets very well acquainted with that top bar, as well as the bottom one, it seems, on that one. Maybe even some crossbar action on that, who knows. Minute 10, or what, just outside 2 minutes, excuse me. Wellston railing in the 6th right now. This is a Gothic Knight squad on the offense.
Yeah, this is an angry Gothic Knight squad. They lost that game 3. They're furious that their sweep victory sequence has been broken this season. Yeah. And so now they're just going to dominate, make it like that game 3 never even happened.
Back on the offense, winning the original 50 right here. They tried to bring it out. Now that's going to be side of Champlain College in the orange. Trying something there after a more neutral starting situation. Now it's a setup down bottom. Charisma tries to ground this one out, but a member of Champlain College kind of gets there, makes that a non-issue. Bounce play, the angle not true. Jake may not have been able to get there, not 100% sure. We've not seen a team score 0 points so far, but that's the situation that Champlain College find themselves in as of right now. 80 seconds left, though.
Yeah, Champlain College, I mean, it all just feels like a formality at this point, being down by 6, just over a minute left. It's not impossible, but it is a tall task, and Charisma, no boost, going to tap it to Wellston, cut out by Bino. Bino trying to get something going, can't get past Charisma, going to be bumped away. Jacob Bake, that touch not the best, and that ball cleared by Jake, and pretty much all hope feeling lost for Champlain College.
Yeah, another goal or 10 seconds burned off of this one. This game is effectively over. Might even be able to call it at 40 seconds or so. That's one. So Bino and the squad of Champlain are not going to be putting up no goose eggs here. 5 scores in 45 seconds is a lot more manageable.
Yeah, now I'm no math teacher, but there's about 45 seconds on the clock, 5-goal difference. It's a goal every 9 seconds for Champlain College, and what's funny about that is I am actually a math teacher. So.
Oh, are you? Okay, well,
yeah.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Never my favorite subject. I can't say it was.
We can talk about that later.
Fair enough. 35 seconds. Sand slipping through the hourglass of time that is the rest of the Champlain College's life, really. A lot of offensive pressure here. A lot of back and forth play. Charisma trying to cover that one up. Wilson actually getting a hit on it. And then this is just a keep away situation. NJCU doesn't care if this ball stays over here. They don't even care if they get scored twice up or more. They have still taken this game. It is impossible to get 6 scores in 9 seconds. This is
100%.
Your New Jersey City University Gothic Knights going on a bit of a tear right now. 3-1 scoreline will be the overall match score in this, as 6 will be not just more, but twice the amount that any winning team has put up in any of these games. That was 3-1 in game number 1 for the New Jersey City University. Game 2 going the same exact way, 3-1 for New Jersey. 3-2 in a game that almost went to overtime here for Champlain College in game number 3. Just giving us a little bit of hope here, Dodo, before the New Jersey City University squad came roaring back at a 6-1 scoreline, as if their respect had been, or their chivalry. I'm trying to make a pun on chivalry. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
It was a good try. I appreciate you trying. You know, it's props to this NJCU team. You know, it's not easy to break your rhythm, lose a game when you're on the verge of sweeping a team, and then come back and then smack that team even harder in the face.
Yeah, 100%.
So NJCU looked great. Champlain College, they made the adjustments in that third game. Just lots of mistakes in that game 4, ultimately giving NJCU a very decisive victory. And NJCU have some momentum now going into the playoffs starting next week, where they will be the 2 seed.
Yeah, pretty much guaranteed that 2 seed outside of any other kind of crazy wonky play in the regular and the rest of the part of the regular season here for the NECC's regular Rocket League season. Yanbon even got a little bit of play time there in game number 3, but given that Charisma, came back in, Charisma didn't play poorly, but was on the bottom of his team's leaderboard points wise. Got a couple shots in there. I think he might have even gotten an assist, but they just even it's almost hard not to get an assist in a game where your team scores 6 times, So had Yanbon stayed in, who knows? Really, that was mostly just Wilson and Jake that just absolutely popped off. I think Jake took 4 of those 6 goals.
It was something like that. I mean, 3 of those goals were just absolute weird situations. Oh. Bless you.
Thank you. I'm so excited from the Rocket League. It just messes my sinuses or whatever.
Absolutely.
I don't know.
But yeah, just three absolute weird goals in favor of NJCU. The Gothic
Mhm.
Knights capitalizing on every opportunity possible. Even though it was poor play at times from the opposing team, you take that. And
Oh yeah.
and they
Oh
won
yeah.
that game 6-1, and they are rolling right now.
Yeah, seriously, seriously, especially the last game, they're really making a statement right there. No team is putting up zero scores as well. Champlain College putting up one score in games 1, 3, and 4, and then taking the dub, of course, in game number 3. But really, I mean, it's just I feel like the 6-1 had a little bit of a little oomph behind it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
That has been your stream here today. We will be. I've been promised. We're going to be doing interviews more. Actually, get a slice of the minds of the players here immediately after their wins, because of course we only have winners in our interview box. That's not going to be
Of
this week
course.
though. That's going to be next week. That's going to be for the postseason. I appreciate you guys for watching. Big shout out to our producer Deployer for producing a
Absolutely.
May, making our jobs as casters just so much easier. And shout out to the New Jersey City squad, of course, and shout out to my co-caster Dodo. If you guys haven't even heard what you've enjoyed what you've heard here tonight, our Twitter ads are down there. You can follow us away for more electrifying commentary. Now, Dodo, do you have anything else for the good people before we do tell them good night?
Yeah, yeah. Tuck into your cottages tonight. The castle has been secured. You can rest easy. Tugboat, thank you for co-casting with me tonight. It's been a pleasure, and I hope that everyone has a great night.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We'll catch you guys next time.